Hey guys, welcome to the mischief. I'm the crafty rat. Right, this week, as you can probably guess what I'm doing. Anyone? A clock. This week is, in theory, I will use that word, is going to be a relatively simple one. I'm hoping. All I'm going to be doing is filling it with black, just using the resin colorant that I have, but I'm going to mix a little bit of this glitter. No idea where this came from. I think it may have come with some of my old resin that I used to get. Yeah, my husband's just shrugged his shoulders. He doesn't know either. Anyway,
came from the shelf.
Yeah, it came from a shelf. I have a box full of glitters and even more of everything else. So I'm going to mix a little bit of this in. Now, I don't want it too colourful, but I would actually like some of this to sink. I'm aiming, this is my aim, whether I get there or not, we'll see. But my aim is to have some of this on the bottom. So I don't want it to float or anything, because obviously black you can't see. So yeah, I do want it on the bottom to look a bit sparkly, a bit like stars. Right, so I'm going to mix up quite a bit of resin. Now, I think this one came from Shein. Yeah, I think this one came from Shein. On the little pictures you get, it tells you, approximately this, and I think it said 157.5 grams of what? I don't know. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to make up, I think, 180, which should be more than enough to cover this, and then I'm just going to fill some of these little moulds just to see, because I'll show you at the end. You can probably just see here, I have already demolded some and I quite like them. They're really cute. So I'm going to do them with whatever's left over and then look around my room and figure out what else I can fill with the rest. So I'll probably do some in this as well. Alright, so I shall be back once I have mixed up my resin. See you in a minute. Right, so I have my resin nice and clear, and I am now using my bog standard black. As I've mentioned in a previous video, I am literally just trying to get rid of these. I've got so much of it. So all I'm doing is mixing this up. I do want it... Yep, the only downside to this over the other... My words are not wording. Other than the paste that I use, is it takes quite a bit to get it opaque. So I'm trying to put in as much as possible, make it as dark as possible. And yeah, my hands are giving way there. Mixing it up. Now, in the meantime, I was looking around, because I mentioned I wanted a little bit of glitter. One of my hundreds of unopened bags of glitter from Temu, I had a little bit in. Now, when I add it in, I do think I've got a little bit too much in there. I mix it up anyway, and I pour. Now, the pouring is quite a long process. As you can see from the mould, there is lots of detail there, and trust me, it was hard work. However, for the rest of this section, all I'm going to be doing is mixing up the black, mixing up the glitter, and pouring. So I shall get Mr. Ratty to fast forward through that.
She's got a glint in her eye, a twist in her plot, a crafty little rat spinning gold from the rock, pouring magic from a bottle that the world forgot. Emerald sparkle clock ticks tied to a knot. In the midnight haze, she's a carnival queen. Not a princess nor a saint, but a shadow unseen. She spins dragons from the ash, makes the air gleam, shaping time in a bottle like a dreamer's dream. Tick, tick, tock, her magic won't stop, and every second a laugh, every minute a show. She bends the light till it spins and it glows. With a wink and a grin, the sorcery flows. The alchemy of moments only she knows. Through alleys of wonder, through mazes of time, where the seconds run crooked, the hours don't rhyme. Machines in the sky, and dragons sublime. She builds the unreal from chaos and grime. Tick, tick, tock, the magic won't stop. Emerald sparkle, dragon clock. She's twisting the night, unbinding the lock, casting spells with her slyest talk. Tick, tick, tock, the magic won't stop. Emerald sparkle, dragon clock. She's twisting the night, unbinding the lock, casting spells with her slyest talk.
Hey guys, welcome back. Right, this is ready to unmold. It has cured, but it is still a little bendy, so I'm just going to be careful with that. Now, I am going to unmold this. Now there has been a little bit of overpour, which is normal for me, which, considering with the amount of resin I use, was amazing that there actually was any left to overpour. Again, this is a little bit softer. I don't actually know if it's going to come out the mould or not without being completely deformed, which I think this one might get broken. Oh no, it came out. Oh, does that show? Yep. So the powder that I put in was slightly green. Do that in the focus. Yeah. Right, so I'm hoping that is what happens on the clock. So I just need to clean up the excessive amount of overpour and that. Right. That's kind of a bit of a giveaway, isn't it, doing it this way, but long thing of silence. Lost the concentration. Yes, you can probably smell smoke about now, because this, with it being so soft, it's been a little bit awkward. It has these little fiddly bits.
The look of concentration on your face is just amusing.
Oh, this is hard work. Whew. Well, over halfway there, I think.
Well, the plus side fibre grade hasn't turned up yet.
Don't know, with the smoke that's coming out of my ears, I'm surprised.
It could be worse. Just don't push on the last little bit.
Oh, wow. Ooh, that looks super pretty. Right, so I'm going to be careful with it because, as you can see, it's still very bendy. But you can really see the green. Now, it did what I thought, which I'm glad about. So you can see from the surface that the powders did sink a little bit, not completely, but by not completely saturating the resin with the powder, I've got little sparkles on here. So there are some micro bubbles on the numbers and around here, but I think all the actual, oh no, there's a tiny one there. The edges, however, look mostly fine. But as this is for me, I think I ain't bothered. Right, so what I'm going to do, never done this before, never done a clock before like this, is I'm going to try and see these numbers and paint them.
Whole new meaning to painting by numbers.
Yes, thank you, Ratty. Right, so this, it's just a generic chrome marker that I've had for a while. Don't often use stuff like this, so it doesn't get used often. So all I'm doing is just going over the numbers. As they are raised, it does make it a little bit easier. So I'll probably get Mr. Ratty to fast forward through this. So you'll probably see me doing this at super speed. So I shall just get on with this now.
In a little shed by the railroad track, she's turning nothing into something that lasts. Resin pours like a flowing dream under the glow of a dim kerosene.
Right, so that's done now. I am going to wait for this to harden properly before I put the actual attach the clock. This is just a generic cheap one that I got from The Works in the UK, but I think you can get these from anywhere. Now, the hands for this are black and weirdly red. Yep. This, however, will need cutting down if I use the second hand, because as you can see, it's humongous.
On the plus side, you can pick the dragon's nose with it.
Yes, if you didn't hear him, yeah, you can pick the dragon's nose with it. So I think what I'm going to do with these, because they are black, I do have more somewhere. Can I find them? No. So I need something to rest these on. Right, let me have a look. Just waiting for Mr. Ratty.
No.
It's alright, I'll use this. Right.
A bit of wood one if you want.
This is quite literally a pot of scrap mica that I'm using. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Right. That didn't work. Is that an oopsie moment? That was weird. Why did that screw off? I have no idea. No comments, please, Mr. Ratty.
But okay.
Right, so all I'm going to do with these is quite literally cover it so it'll be silver. I probably could have used a different colour, but silver is the one that I had to hand.
Bad.
Oh wow, I can't believe I just said that. Yep. So yeah, all I'm doing, that was really bad, is just painting or colouring or whatever it is. So this bit's no doubt going to get fast forwarded again, so I shall be back momentarily. We're going to have to change out the hands. Right, so me being me, I've just realised that even this hand's a little bit too big. So for the purpose of the video, I will attach this, but we will be changing out the hands. Alright, so that's it for this week's video. Yeah, just put my fingers on that. That's it for this week's video. Coming up will be the photographs with the clock mechanism attached. Right, I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Bye.
In a little shed by the railroad track, she's turning nothing into something that lasts. Resin pours like a flowing dream under the glow of a dim kerosene. Glitter jars and colors so stark shimmer like stars in the deep dark park. Her hands stained with the art she weaves, a touch of magic in the things she leaves. She's the crafty rat